Hey, Triple F. Today we'll be talking to all the teens out there who need finance tips. And if you're a teen, this is for you. Next on Triple F.
Hey guys.
Hey,
What's up, Triple
what's
F?
up?
What's happening?
We have an audience, at least on this side of the camera this week. So we have a very special presentation today for any of you teens out there that are wondering about money. Go grab your parents, bring them into the room. We're going to dive a little bit into teens and finance today, man. And, money's changed, Tiran, since the last time we were teens. I mean, do you remember being a teen?
Barely, I do. Thing now is that they're just so much more expensive than they ever were in the past. I mean,
Yeah.
do you remember what it was like when you were like working as a teenager?
When I was working as a teen, it was $3 to $5 for mowing grass. I got like $1 a week allowance, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to pay for stuff. I mean, my parents, they weren't going to pay for much of anything. So they were good parents, but they weren't near as nice as the parents are today.
Wow.
So, and especially the grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
So the
I'm
grandparents.
excited to hear from them as to like, what do they do? Are they you
Yeah.
guys working? But let's introduce a person. Then,
Yeah.
then we can get into like, what do you guys do to make money?
So we have our two guests today are near and dear to my heart. They're my grandsons, as you can tell from the good looks. You know, they take after their grandfather. And one of them is Brody. And Brody, why don't you tell us how old you are, what grade you're going into?
I'm almost 14 and I'm going into 8th grade.
8th grade. What school you go to?
Adams.
Junior high here in Katy. Jordan?
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to be 16, going to Jordan High School in my sophomore year.
And what do you guys do? Like, what do you do, Jordan, at school? What kind of activity are you in?
Basketball.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's it? Just basketball?
Full basketball.
All right. You're not in theater yet or choir or anything like
Nah.
that? I've heard you sing. That's a good that's a good choice. Brody, how about you, man? What are you doing then?
Football and basketball.
Football and basketball. All right, man.
It's almost football season.
It is.
Mhm.
You haven't started practicing yet, have you?
No, first day of school.
So
What's that?
so is it pros, like Cowboys fan, obviously, but anything in the collegiate level?
Are you playing collegiate level or are you just playing junior high?
Anybody that you
Just-
follow on the collegiate level, or is
just
it only
junior.
pro?
I like the Aggies.
I guess okay.
The Aggies. So we have an Aggie fan. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully
So
not for you.
Mm-mm.
No, they're not. Who do you follow from a collegiate level? Anybody?
UT in Texas State.
Oh, okay.
So we have a UT fan and an Aggie fan here today. So maybe I should say the middle.
The only thing that would be worse is if there was a Texas Tech fan here. That would be the trifecta.
That's right. So I'm U of H. You're Brigham Young. We have UT and A&M represented here. So see, we're equal opportunity here, man. We support all of the college teams. So
That's right.
so part of our teen takeover this week, I'm just going to kind of start with you guys with just kind of an icebreaker, I guess. Just to kind of get you warmed up. I gave you somewhat of a preview of some of the questions we're going to talk about today, just so you'd have a little bit of preparation. But for the most part, there's not a lot of preparations going into this thing. So we'll have sympathy on you if you freeze up from time to time. But starting slowly, thinking back in time, what is the very first thing you remember wanting to buy with your own money? Now, you don't have to go too far back, just a few years, because you didn't have money before that. But
It's a little harder for us.
But what was it like the first thing, Brody, that you wanted to buy with your money that you remember?
That I can remember, it was either my 10th or 11th birthday, and I wanted money to buy a $500 Harry Potter Lego set.
A 500 piece.
Wow.
No, it was 7,000 pieces.
Of 7,000 pieces. And it cost $500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, now, so that's the other difference between when I was a teen and now. Legos used to be like 50 cents and now they're like $500. So,
Overpriced.
What was the set? Like, what was
Harry Potter
I know.
castle.
it? Was like the Hogwarts
Yeah.
castle?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So now we just brought the Harry Potter fans into the podcast, see?
Mm-hmm.
Good
So that's
books.
good. How about you, Jordan? What's the first thing you ever wanted to buy?
I remember as a kid wanting to buy $20 toys, going to Five Below and Toys R Us and stuff, and buying that stuff pretty much a waste of money.
Yeah.
Because I don't even own those things anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Toys R Us is not even a thing anymore.
I'm business.
I think Toys R Us came in after I was a teen, and now it's gone
They just went
before
I
they're a teen. So
That was more like Einstein. You'd like go in there and just be like heaven. You just said it'd be heaven.
Yeah.
So jumping like to today now. So if I handed each one of you guys, which I'm not going to do, but if I handed each one of you $500 right now
I think
with
you should.
no rules attached, free cash, you do whatever you want with it. What are you doing with it, Brody?
Just put it in my Venmo.
Put it in your Venmo account. So you're going to
Yeah.
save it?
Yeah, for now.
All right, for now. For how long? How long will that be?
I don't know.
Do you save money for quite a while, or do you tend to spend
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
I mean, I have a couple big purchases I'm looking at.
Okay.
So
How about you, Jordan? What would you do with $500 right now?
Same thing, saving in Venmo. I mean, I haven't been under like $400 in years. I feel like
All right,
I've been trying to keep my money high.
keep it high.
Yeah.
But you've taken a lot more than $400, but it's only at $400, so you're not keeping it too high, right?
No, not too high. Still enough to spend some stuff.
So have you bought things recently?
um
What's one thing you bought recently that you were like, when you got it, you were like 100% like, man, this was well worth the money. And then I'm going to also ask you, what is the one thing that you may have bought over the last few years that you thought, man, maybe I shouldn't have bought that?
so when we went to Fenway Park, I got a Fenway hat, and that was really worth my money, but I also got a pack of cards that wasn't worth my money.
So the hat was worth it, the cards weren't. And you collect baseball cards, don't you?
Yeah.
How about you, Jordan?
I've bought lots of hats lately and collectible items, bobbleheads, cards and stuff like that. And those are worth it to me because I like collecting. I have like 26 hats or something, and I have like over 1,000 sports cards. And so that stuff's worth it to me to buy.
How about you, Tiran? What have you bought recently that you were 100% worth it?
I think it's sitting up in the driveway.
Over here.
See, so purchases do change over time. They go from bobbleheads and baseball
We
cards
go
to
from $10 baseball packs to thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars Lambos.
yeah. We don't want to go too high. So that's good. So just look at your daily money habits now. Let's just think about that for a second. How do you earn money now, Bertie? Do you earn money now? And
Yeah.
just
I get allowance monthly from my dad, and me and my friend have a lawn mowing business where we would get $90 a week mowing.
none.
Cool.
Okay.
Nice.
And is that it? Do you get gifts and stuff like that? Birthday gifts? Do you
Birthday-
get money for that?
Birthday money and Christmas money.
Birthday and Christmas money. How about you, Jordan? How you earning money now?
Mowing, and my dad pays me every 2 weeks, like a paycheck basically, for doing things around the house, helping out, doing things that he asks without saying no or firing back at him and saying, I
make
don't know what to.
You never talk to my son, okay?
Yeah.
Notice.
So how did your kids earn money at Tiran when they were young?
My son started a pressure washing business.
Yeah,
So
that's a big
doing
deal.
that-
That's a big deal. Now I get those at the front door a lot. You know.
Yeah. And that he tried the lawn mowing thing, but that wasn't really that productive. But the pressure washing thing was more successful for him.
It's
Yeah.
more time, and it makes a lot more money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you do allowances back then for your kids?
Nope. We figured that we were feeding them and housing them and giving them clothes. That was enough.
That was enough allowance. Do you guys think that'd be enough allowance today, man? Just living with your parents and food and shelter and all that?
I mean, I didn't just start getting allowance till like a few months ago. So
And you're 16. How about you, Brody? When did you start getting allowance?
No, my dad's always done it.
He's always done it?
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. Isn't he?
Yeah. Every week he gives us all we are.
Jordan's like, man,
George said, I want to come live with Brody.
I got the wrong dad.
So
That's good.
So I think you guys may have mentioned, but when you guys get money, you know, when I used to get money, I had like a little checking account my parents set up for me, or a piggy bank or whatever I'd keep it in. But when you guys get money now, how do you get paid? Do you people just hand you cash, or what do you do with the money when you get it?
So when I mow, they hand us cash, and I give it to my dad, and he pays me in Venmo.
So you prefer Venmo over
Yeah.
cash? You don't really keep cash around the house?
No.
How about you, Jordan? Do you have any cash under your mattress?
I do have some cash, between the 50 and 100 or so. So I like keeping cash, but I also have some in Venmo.
Yeah, but today cash probably isn't, like, you guys probably don't buy anything. You never go to the store and just hand over a $20 bill or a.
No.
I like when I go out to dinner with my friends or something, I like using cash because it doesn't hit my card, so it just makes me look like I haven't spent anything. It's kind of like I'll spend my cash before I spend my card money.
Yeah. Do you guys even know what a bank checking account is? Have y'all ever seen that or heard that, or
Never had one.
do you have any interest in having one?
Someday, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it's important? Do you guys think it's important to have a checking account or a savings account at actually a bank and have some type of association with a bank or credit union?
Yeah, so that you can like it's harder to get the money out, so it stays in the bank account longer.
Yeah, so it's not as you can't just tap your. Well,
Yeah.
you can actually. It's called a debit card. You ever heard of
Oh,
a
yeah.
debit card? So you can actually get it out, but but you guys really haven't been. I think when you go to college, probably you'll probably get more into the checking account, the savings account, because you have to have a way for your parents also to get money to you other than just Venmo. But when you pay, can you just pay at a store with Venmo, or is there some kind of
Yeah, it's a Venmo debit card.
so you just tap it on your phone or what?
You can have it on your phone, and there's a physical card.
Okay.
So it's like it kind of takes the place of a traditional bank account.
It's just instead of tapping your debit card and it comes out of your bank account, you tap your Venmo debit card and it comes out of your Venmo account.
But it's electronic debit card, right? It's all on your phone.
Yeah.
And there is a physical card also.
Yeah.
But okay. Man, so that's actually a lot different. I have a Venmo account, but I've only paid for maybe online stuff. I've never actually bought something in a store with a Venmo.
You pay someone else.
Yeah.
Mm.
I usually use credit card or debit card or something like that. So
I think that's one of the advantages of it is that you can pay someone with Venmo or Cash App or any of these types of platforms.
Yeah.
Whereas with your debit card, you're not able to just like send someone money.
Mhm.
You'd have to use Zelle or something like that, an additional platform to actually send someone money.
yeah. So overall, do you guys consider yourself like do you consider yourself a spender, a natural spender, or do you think you're going to be more of a saver as you get older?
Both.
Both.
Well, you have to spend money, but you can also save
But have you learned much about savings yet? I mean, have you
a little bit.
So a little bit. So, but you think you'll at some point you're not such a spender that you just buy everything you want. You think you could be a saver?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Jordan? You think you'll ever be a saver?
Yeah, but I think something that I've thought is I want to have a little less in my savings account and a little more in things like the stock market.
Oh, there you go. You must have been watching Triple F videos, huh?
Yeah.
I knew that would come.
Do you guys watch Triple F videos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have y'all learned anything? I mean, so most of these are like around young adults and in retirement and something. Have y'all learned something from just watching the Triple F videos?
I've learned a lot of new vocabulary. I've learned what a 401k is.
Yeah, I mean, you actually sent me a text the other day explaining to me what a 401k was for a certain company around town. So, but yeah, this is an unpaid commercial, by the way, for Triple F. So. You guys will be paid one day out of royalties. So, well, good. So both of y'all kind of know that there's a healthy balance between just spending and saving. Right now, as teens, you're kind of in that spending mode, and I think this is probably parents already know this stuff from their own kids. But at some point, as you get older, you're going to have to switch that mind a little bit and do some saving. When you start working for good one day. So, and it's very important as you learn from watching just a lot of the podcasts. The earlier you start saving, the more beneficial it's going to be. I mean, we have set. I mean, I think recently, I think for Brody anyway, you've got a Trump account set up now, and Jordan, I think you're kind of on the upper end of the age range for Trump accounts, but you're going to be looking. I think we've talked about a Roth IRA potentially when you start working, and Brody, when he starts working. So you guys, if you start out young, it'll certainly benefit you, into the future. So let's go when you're out with friends or you're out shopping. You use mostly Venmo. So when you tap your phone, when you use Venmo, does it feel like real money?
No.
Or does it just feel like it's really easy to do?
It's really easy.
Real easy? So it doesn't feel like it's really money that's leaving your account?
No.
Okay. How about you, Jordan? Does it feel like it's really money that you're...
I feel like it's real money leaving the account because
Yeah.
I see that number drop.
You see the number drop?
I see the number drop.
It's just a number.
It's just a number. See, there you go. But those are dollars.
That number determines if I can afford something else or not.
There you go. So that's kind of a spending thing then.
But it also I think it shows that sometimes we can be emotionally attached to the number,
Yeah.
and other times you're not emotionally attached to the number. And so I think a good question is which is healthy? Should you be emotionally attached to a number in a bank account?
Yeah.
Because remember, finances is highly driven by emotion. And if you can keep your emotions under check, you're far more likely to make more logical and reasonable, rational decisions. And so you got to ask yourself, which one am I? Am I an emotional person when it comes to my money, or am I someone that's able to separate my emotion from the money?
I think you need to have a healthy balance between the two because you need to not waste all your money and spend all of it, but you also need to spend stuff on things like vacation and stuff and enjoy your life because
don't just hoard it and never enjoy it.
because you make money so you can have an enjoyable life and do things that you want to do. So you need to have a healthy balance between saving the money and also knowing what you can spend to enjoy your life.
Yeah, wisely on your years.
Yeah, this goes into a topic we talk about a lot, and I read a study one time when a person uses a credit card, for instance. We used to do everything in cash or debit cards, but when a person uses a credit card, they'll tend to spend 15% more throughout the month than they would if they had to pay cash, because using a credit card, something's coming due later, it just never hurts as much as taking money out of your checking account or paying with cash. And so you tend to spend more. And so I'm kind of hearing that from you too, that it's so easy to spend that, if you had to pull money out of your pocket and pay for that latest game or whatever you're paying, it would hurt a lot more than just tapping your Venmo account. And so something that even adults wrangle with is, when I use a credit card, am I spending more because it's so easy to use a credit card than it is to use a debit card or pay cash? And so that's really, people get in a lot of trouble with credit cards. They just overspend, they overcharge. You never hear anybody getting in trouble with a debit card, because it's money coming out of your checking account.
The credit card,
it's instantaneous.
The credit card, you just tap it right there and you don't get charged yet.
Right.
The cash, you got to actually hand over the physical cash. The debit card, when you tap it, it hits your account.
Yeah. So social media and peer pressure is a big thing now with teens. And so have you guys ever bought something like clothes or a game or snack or anything purely because you saw it going viral on, say, TikTok or Instagram or any kind of social media? Have you ever bought something because it's kind of going viral and it's kind of the thing to buy now? Your friends are all buying it?
Most of that stuff is just dumb and a waste of money.
Yeah, so you guys aren't really influenced that much by what you see on some of these videos and things, some of these crazy things people are buying now?
I think like, oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But then I never get to it because it's not a need in my life.
Do you ever make any quick purchases, like I know both of you guys game a little bit. Do y'all ever make any of those quick purchases inside the game that you're playing?
A few.
You did what kind of purchases would you make? Like what game do you play mostly?
Minecraft.
So do you make purchases because those games are all set up with pop-up ads and all that? What type of things have you bought inside of, say, Minecraft?
Just like things to help you get stuff and make money.
But you haven't bought like a product or anything like that. You just bought more stuff to help with the game.
Yeah.
You've actually had to pay for that stuff, like real money.
Yeah, it was like $15.
Wow. Man, you must really like to play Minecraft. How about you, Jordan? Have you ever bought anything inside of an app?
It used to be like 2 years ago. It used to be a problem, but I've been telling myself lately, I'm like, you just play the game out. You buy the game and then you just play that. You don't need the extra stuff.
Yeah. And so, but these are just extra things to help you with the game. They're not even things that you get mailed to you, that you can actually use, like a hat or something, it's not.
The game's expensive enough.
Yeah. And so they make money inside the game also.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm hearing though, it's pretty tempting to do, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are tempted quite a bit by that. So what's the biggest influence on what you decide to buy now? So when you decide to buy something, what's the biggest thing that influences your purchases now? Brody?
No, I'm not really spending much right now. I'm saving up for a Switch 2 now.
Switch 2? And why is that? What is it with Switch 2 that's exciting?
Bigger, it's better, and it's probably not as laggy. More games that are only on the Switch 2.
Okay. And so is Switch 2 like, I'm not big on the gaming, but is Switch 2 like one of the most popular gaming platforms right now?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. And how about you, Jordan?
What was the question?
What's the biggest influence on what you decide to buy? Like when you decide to buy something, what's the biggest thing making you want to buy that?
Being in a store surrounded by hats, there's this giant mirror in front of you. You try on that hat and it looks good, feels good.
Thanks to you.
And it's just like, man, it's hard to just put it down and leave it and be like, man.
Soul.
So, yeah.
So you take after your dad and grandpa, man, that we all like hats. So we're a big hat family. I think I've got like 30 or so myself. So, and so for you, it's more about just in the store, kind of touching, feeling stuff and seeing what it is.
Sometimes I'll say, I'm just not going to walk in there because if I walk in there, I know I'll see something I want, but if I don't walk in there, I'll never know it was in there.
Won't be tempted.
So then I can't buy it.
Do y'all ever feel peer pressure among your friends to spend money on things like certain brands or games or things like that?
No.
No, there's not a lot of peer pressure on that kind of stuff. Like if your
No.
best friend gets Minecraft 2 or 3, do you feel like you need to get Minecraft 2?
No.
You just do it. You're the leader. You're not the you don't follow your friends around
Yeah.
and buying stuff. So what's the hardest part? I mean, you guys, some of these purchases are big purchases. You buy a game. How much are games nowadays? Like probably
70, 80 a piece.
70, 80. So that's probably a pretty big purchase. That's probably like 10% of everything probably in your Venmo. So what's the hardest part about saving up for big purchases?
Well, you'll always walk into a store and see something you want.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I really want that, but I'm trying to save up.
Okay. So it's really just putting off that purchase until later. How about you, Jordan? The same thing? Or what's the hardest part about
I
saving
think
up?
the hardest part about saving up for stuff is not the temptations that come along with it, but when you save up that money and it's time to buy that thing, you're like, dang, I saved up all this money. I kind of want to keep the money, but I also want that thing that I was saving up for.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's that emotional attachment that you get.
Yeah. Man, how about you, Tiran? What's the hardest part about you, man, with saving up for big purchase?
It's really not that different from what these guys are saying, because it's
Just on a bigger scale.
Bigger scale. You know, you are emotionally attached to a number on a screen, and when you have a purchase you're really looking for, it is you are fighting with emotions. And so what I think what a lot of financial institutions and such are doing is that they're really good at understanding that emotional component. And so they provide ways for you to keep the emotion in check, but still be able to make the purchase.
Yeah.
And that's usually through some sort of delayed gratification or getting rid of the delayed gratification, allowing you to make the purchase with the idea that you'll just pay it off later. That's something, and it's all about the emotion. These guys in the financial institutions are great about manipulating and utilizing emotions against you.
Yeah, I mean, you guys probably know, but these tech companies really target, I mean, teens, especially teens, that's a huge population, these in-app purchases and things like that. I mean, it's just all the advertising and when you're out there playing, they're gathering information on you. There's all types of ways of targeting, not only teens, but also adults. So, and so we're all being targeted today. And that's just, you accept technology because it's great, and it's great to have, and you wouldn't want to run your life without technology, but you kind of give up a part of yourself because they're taking your information and just targeting you for product information and stuff like that. It's the same way with teens as it is with adults.
And it's all pointless. It's all fake life. It's not real life. It's all pointless.
So kind of stepping back, you guys, as we film this, we're probably we're 1 week from starting your school year. So look at the bigger picture. School teaches a lot of things, right? It teaches math, science, English, all that, but personal finance doesn't always get, a spot in school. Is there something about money, taxes, banking that you wish schools spent more time explaining to you, Jordan?
I have a strong opinion on things like these. I think they teach you nothing about that stuff. And I think they need to teach you more about that and less about things that you'll never use in life. Like some of these subjects and some of these topics that we do. Like I won't need to find the area of a kite someday in my life. I don't have a need for that, but I will have a need for learning how to organize my banking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they really focus on wrong things some of the times.
Yeah. How about you, Brody? Is there anything that you wish that you could learn in school that they would focus a little bit more? What you kind of wonder about finances?
Probably just taxes.
Taxes?
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of have
Like
an interest in that, right?
Yeah.
I know when I've done these triple F tax videos before, Brody's asked me questions after to kind of clarify some of the things. That's Tyron's favorite subject, is taxes, right?
Love it.
Loves paying.
So how about things like credit scores or investing? Do you think that those are important? Do you think they should start teaching young people? Because, believe it or not, when you get to college, you'll probably start using credit cards at that point, maybe your parents' credit card or your own credit card, but it's kind of unavoidable in today. And so that's usually when people start getting in trouble financially is when as soon as they start paying credit cards, if they haven't learned, the downfalls of credit cards. Not everything's an up thing with credit cards. They can also really ruin a lot of lives if they're used and abused the wrong way. So what do you know about credit scores and and that type of thing. Do you know much about what a credit score is or any of that?
I kind of know. It's kind of like the higher the credit score, the more liable you are to pay back people.
Yeah. Yeah. The better person you are for paying
Yeah.
back for somebody to loan you more money if you have a better credit score. How about you, Jordan? What do you know about credit scores?
That same thing. That's what I was going to say.
How about investing? Have you guys learned anything at this age about investing?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're probably around me and your parents
Yeah.
and your dads. I know watch CNBC and stuff like that, and so you kind of pick stuff up. But what are maybe one or two things you learned about investing that really kind of interest you?
Like you put in money and it can just like double in a day, or it could go down in a day.
That's kind of unrealistic. Doubling in a day.
Well,
Hey, wait, what if you put $1? If you put $2 in and it could double.
Yeah. So you're on that lottery pick. You know, that's if you buy that one stock that really goes up. And for the most part, they don't. They only go up maybe 8 or 10%.
but they could still go up a lot, and you gain a lot of money.
I think one of the coolest things is that you could put in some money, and in a year, it can just be way more. And all you had to do is put in that $100, and now, if it's like doing amazing, you could be a millionaire.
Yeah.
But
What one day?
that's unrealistic.
What one day far in the future?
100 to a million in a year. That's
We're trying to teach you. We're trying to teach these people to be responsible out here. We don't want to make them think that we got stocks that go up 100% a day.
Yeah, we call that a lottery.
Yeah.
That's what we call.
But yeah, so I mean, just personally, me, I think schools really should be teaching basic personal finance. They need to be teaching these kids how to open a checking account. I mean, I know they have all the apps and everything, but really, checking accounts, you see your money. I'm not talking about writing checks. I'm just talking about having money in a bank, having a relationship with a bank, because we're all going to have a relationship with the bank if you want to buy a house or cars or things like that. But they need to do that, and then they also need to, I think, have an introduction to investing and saving and credit. You know, the downfalls and pitfalls of too much credit. But yeah, and I know some schools have electives now that teach some of that stuff, but I don't know how big or effective it is.
I'm taking some of those this year. So
what are you?
I'm doing principles of business and dollars and cents. Okay. So that'll teach something about money. There's gotta be money somewhere along there.
Maybe we'll have you back at the end of the school year and see what you actually learned.
Yeah.
But no, but yeah, so it definitely is a thing. So does any of that stuff like credit scores, and does that seem relevant now, or does that kind of seem like a distant future adult problem, that you need to figure out?
Both.
Yeah.
It seems like something, if you learn it now and you start understanding it, it'll be a lot easier whenever you get it someday. With
the Trump account, with Roth IRAs in y'all's near future, y'all gonna have to learn, that's gonna hopefully teach you a little bit about investing and about what investments can do. So, do you guys ever worry about, y'all are online a lot. Do y'all ever worry about being scammed online financially, having your Venmo information stolen?
Yeah, I've thought about that.
Yeah. But what do y'all think? Y'all think it's possible that could happen at some point, or does it worry you any? Does it make you more careful when you're online doing purchases and things like that?
There's some things and I'm like, this seems a little sketchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it seems sketchy, you need to kind of get out of it at that
point.
So looking ahead now over the next few years, and we're about done here, and maybe college, what is your one big personal financial goal you want to hit before you're 20 years old?
Just saving as much as possible.
Yeah. Maybe cutting back your spending a little bit.
Yeah.
Think maybe you decide you have the best game possible. You don't need to upgrade it.
That's never going to happen.
That's never going to happen.
No, because that's like the whole point. Like PlayStation and Xbox are just trying to make the new best consoles so that people who bought their old best console are like, oh, this one's better. And then,
so what you've got to focus then is you need to make more money than it costs to stay in those games if you're going to save money, because there's only one way to save money, which is what?
Not buying stuff.
Spend less than you make. Okay. How about you, Jordan? Is there any big goal? You're kind of closer to 20 than Brody is at this point. Is there any one? Have you thought about any financial goals over the next 3 or 4 years?
I mean, not really. Just kind of playing it as the day goes on. Days go on. Seeing what happens and what comes into my life.
So you're 14 and 16. Have y'all thought about jobs, summer jobs, and things like that? What types of things you may want to do?
Next summer I'm going to work at my church.
Okay. What are you going to do?
Whatever he tells me to do.
So you're going to be like kind of you're going to help who, the pastor?
I think he's the adult pastor.
Okay, adult pastor. Good. So you're going to work there all summer?
Yeah.
Good. How about you, Jordan? You got any work plans?
Could be a lifeguard. Maybe not. I don't know.
Not.
Not sure I wanted to work during the summer or not.
So what are you gonna do if you don't work?
Be mowing your grass.
The only that's a 1 hour a week job.
Hey man, but it pays good.
Grandpa's got money.
Yeah, I hear that from my sons. They say, hey, I don't pay like grandpa pays. So, because kind of wrap things up on a high note, is there any one piece of money advice that an adult or somebody is giving you over your life? Is there one thing that kind of comes to mind? Any type of advice that comes to mind? Maybe today you got some advice.
Just don't spend.
Don't spend too much.
Yeah.
You always want to spend less than you're actually earning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Jordan? You have any advice that you've gotten recently?
Whatever you make in your paycheck is not what you actually get.
Right.
You gotta invest, savings, spend, and taxes.
There you go, man.
That's where all your money goes.
Tiran, you have any advice for these guys, man? Living the life you live?
I'm really happy to hear that they understand that there is an emotional component to money. And as long as you recognize that and you try your best to keep that under control, it's not, you don't just do it on your own. This is why you have like your grandfather, financial planners, coaches, and stuff like that to help you deal with that if you feel like you're not able to handle it on your own.
Yep.
But I think you guys are smart enough to be able to take care of those emotions. But there are some of us that struggle with that more than others.
Yeah, no, it's definitely. I mean, money's a very much emotional thing. Dave Ramsey' famous quote is, finances are about 80% emotional and only about 20% math. So once you get the emotional side that Tyron was hitting on, the rest is pretty easy. But man, people that get in a lot of debt, a lot of trouble, a lot of it's just this emotional impulse spending and purchasing and not keeping track in a budget or whatever of what your income is versus what your outlay is. And so, the one advice I'd give you is always, and it's one that my mom and dad gave me is no matter how much or how little you make, always save something every month. So, if I could make $10 a week, I'd try to save $1 of it, somewhere and just tuck it away. I mean, even as late as when I started working, I started my investing career saving $25 a month, which, and now would be equivalent to like $200 a month probably. But, but just saving $25 a month over a long period of time with the compounding is really, really effective. So always remember to spend a little bit less than you make. Always put something away for a rainy day and learn along the way, no matter what your job is, no matter what your degree's in, always learn about finances and always listen closely. and no matter how young you are, you're never too young to learn. So with that, I think we've finished up here, Tiran.
I like it. Good job, guys.
Good job. And
Going to help us out a lot.
And good luck. And I'm looking forward to watching you guys play football and basketball this year, man. With that, we're going to sign off. And this is Triple F, and we are out.
All right, guys. See ya.
Bye.